will be reading from Lost Negro Records. This is my country and Maya Angelou today. Happy Women's History Month. And here we go. The first poem that I'd love to start off with is one that's completely dedicated to Black women history called Remember Her Story. I hope you can hear the jazz in the background. Keep these right here. We'll shift this just a tad this way. What it do, y'all? We're just getting started with the readings. Finally, I know, sorry. I had so much setup issues today. And so, but we're here. We're Black and we're women. I'm trying to get this to be structured best. Ooh, is it here? Is it there? Is there? Thank you for coming in, Kat. Thank you for everybody that's tuning into the live everywhere else. Okay, I like that. I like that. Bet. And so we'll begin. This is Remember Her Story. It's a little more that way. Are we good now? Everybody can see it properly? Okay, cool. I just hate that this cord is here, but low-key, I just don't want my phone to die. And so that's why I'm it's all good, because I thought for a second you were going live. And I'm definitely going live, man. What? That's one thing, committed. Definitely committed to everybody that tunes in. Whether you comment or not, I know there are people who come to every live, or at least the majority of the lives, and I sincerely appreciate y'all, because y'all are who I'm doing this for. Obviously, I'm not doing this for just my own health. Okay. This is Remember Her Story. No more debates over whether we are Peaceful Martin or Militant Malcolm. Like there ain't a range of women to choose from, like we ain't Angela Sankofa Bird, Asata, liberating panther, out for the kill, like we ain't the brown woman who preached like no other did before her. She, rebuking the flames of inequality to its bigotry hell. She, giving herself a song of hope and faith since her country did not have the common sense to realize Negro fed up how riots can be justified if they spend 400 years dressed in our mourning obsidian skin, get cured by that doctor, as she be Black activist, feminist, lawyer, priest, and poet, Dr. Anna Moray, 1910 to 1985. Like we ain't the teacher who did not allow oceanic size discrimination to drown her God-given ability to educate. She be the ebony mermaid you didn't hear of. Siren song Black folk into learning about their citizenship, to learn about the treasure chest that is literacy. This preacher goddess of the civil rights sea enchanted the Supreme Courts in her favor to grant equal pay to Black and white educators. Septima Poinsett Clark, 1898 to 1987. Like we ain't the Black Pearl, the Creole goddess, the bronze who be activists in her own artistic right, refusing to perform to segregated audiences and poetic protest, declined Coretta's offer of leadership because her rainbow tribe of multicolored children were too young to watch their mother turn martyr. That mother who assisted in the French resistance in World War II, she be Black activist, Black dancer, actress, singer, and spy, Josephine Baker, 1906 to 1975. Like we ain't the woman who stayed behind the scenes. Her revolution was not televised. 5 decades dedicated to our liberation. But the Civil Rights Report and the Civil Liberties Factor in the same talk show. Who stood alongside the producers of the show, The Boy and Thurgood. Who had the balls to call out the star of the show, Martin. Who mentored the aging Scarlett Rosa. Who didn't just fight for the Negro, but for the freedom of the human spirit. Radical activists of the NAACP, SCLC, and SNCC Ella Baker, 1903 to 1986. Now, speaking of SLC and SNCC women, like we ain't the woman who by 6 worked in fields to keep her family from famishing. Lil Miss Lou, who was the original sick and tired of being sick and tired of whites only politics. Co-founded the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party and broadcasted that exhaustion nationally. Lil Miss Lou, who was arrested, shot at, suffered permanent kidney damage from the beatings of freshly trained police in 63 and still stood strong for us to one day be free. Fannie Lou Hamer, 1917 to 1977. I say we ain't the woman whose black never cracked, but became a concrete armor of cocoa as she raised as head of the National Council of Negro Women, as she co-founded the National Women's Political Caucus, as Obama at her death honored her as the godmother of the civil rights scene. Dorothy Irene Height, 1912 to 2010. Why can't we be all these women and more? Why do men seem to be more appreciated in our history books? Why do black boy joy eclipse black girl blues like how the sun outshines the moon? This does not mean forget about Martin or Malcolm, Huey P. or Bobby Seale, or the million men who marched. Pay that to their work. Celebrate the extensive tenacity of their fight, but remember, it took black women to birth those million men in the first place. It demanded black women to hold down the household. It required their yelp that they were included in black liberation. Give her her credit, give her her due. Don't poof her magic out of the stories in black history. Remember her story, say her name, and as long as there's fire in her blood and moonlight in her eyes, we are not shade buttered shadows of existence always there and and say her name, remember her name, no more over whether we're peaceful Martin or militant Malcolm. We are Angela Sankofa Bird. We are Asata Liberating Panther. We are out for the kill and go. If our beaks don't get you, then our colored claws will. That poem was called Remember Her Name. This next piece is called Before Rosa, there was Claudette. Now, in the sense of Rosa Parks, there was a woman before Rosa's demonstration with the NAACP, and her name was Claudette. She guzzled sojourner's truth like ice water on a summer's twilight after playing all sunshine. Was grasped by Tubman's hands, feeling like her backbone straightened to railroad, feeling like the weight of the world rested on that seat with her, the 15-year-old, too revolutionary for the NAACP. Let us remember to be black was feared by all. Who would let the pregnant teen with her bastard, maybe mulatto child be the face of this movement? Forget about her. That be too controversial. That be too much black for white folk. That ain't the homely figure they needed. One of four plaintiffs they needed to test the waters for Rosa. They needed young, gifted, black girls silenced. They needed. So what people don't realize is that they wanted to use Claudette, but because she was pregnant and that wasn't the respectability politics that would help the movement, they decided upon Rosa instead. And that's one thing that people realize with Rosa and the bus movement is that it was orchestrated. Like, it wasn't just one day Rosa decided to go and do something. Nah, everything within NAACP in that time was for sure orchestrated, planned, all that jazz. And there are some people who didn't fit what they needed in that moment. And so that poem was about Claudette. This next poem is called Eunice Wayman's Black Girl Blitz, aka Transcendent Her Lullabies. Now, if you know who Eunice Wayman is, put it in the chat right now. Otherwise, in this poem, you best don't get to know. Okay. She possessed a spirit preeminent. She possessed a mind transcendent. Transcendent be her piano keys with her melodies. Transcendent be that contra-alto chocolate mystic girl, whose temper turn fused, girl, whose blitzkrieg of emotion erupts family tree. She read strange in despair trees who turned the star's fruit notorious, but being black and finding its pride. For a sorrow-brimmed whirlwind of joy comes, falling in love with a brown boy beast, joy leaves, being in business with the same Porgy. Porgy's noise be funkier than a mosquito's tweeter. Porgy's fists leave her raven crimson fueled the hatred. Crimson fed the demons. Demons tap dance in the mind of the wounded. Demons who sprung out just as quick as they hide from the monster that now reside under her bed. Hide from the monster that sang in her head full of manic melodies, head full of bipolar beats and symphonies. Symphonies be her foundation, symphonies be her roots. Roots descend from the 3-year-old pianist. Roots be the darkest shade of black freedom she's shamed for. Black angel she birthed as woman, black. Be creator, woman, black. Be God help. Misunderstood, God help yourself as the most disrespected, neglected, and unprotected creation. Be Nina's forte. Creation of a colored controversy, reek like fumes from the flesh of 4 brown girls burning to death on 16th Street Sanctuary. Controversy feeling like, screaming like Mississippi done damn this last Negro woman as fragile as she was strong. Negro mother who defied the odds against skin too dark, nose too wide, lips too big. Odds against the shapings of a true queen, Queen Simone. Love her or leave her. Queen Wayman, who knew the devil's tunes would take her so far, remote, distant, her happy would flee, her loose grip, far across oceans, she had to depart to snatch that glee back into essence, renewed, returning to the motherland, essence, being the air of Liberia, tempting the stretch of her smile with that wide-toothed white girl, and don't you ever stop, smile, with those divine, smooth as wine, lullabies that love the Negro to his glory. Lullabies that be siren song to black liberation, and creation, cascade unhindered within her soul. Glory be that soul riveting, hypnotic groaning tongue in our eternal willow tree for her, for you, and for me. That was Eunice Wayman's Black Girl Blitz, aka Transcendent Her Lullabies. For everybody just tuning into the live, I'm reading from my book, Lost Negro Records, where I talk about, in poem form, the Black history that's not taught in schools. And as it is now Women's History Month, I'm reading particularly the ones about women. So this next piece is called Before Marilyn, There Was Dorothy. In the sense of, before Marilyn Monroe, there was Dorothy Dandridge. In her dimly lit old dressing room, Dorothy chokes down moonshine, pulls tar into her darkened spirit, one cigarette at a time she chain smoking, chasing away the blues of a black girl forgotten in the shadows of the lighter skinned starlit. Why did the world forget about you? Miss First Black Best Oscar nominee, Miss Woman of Grace, Miss should have been the national icon who fractured the mammy frames Hollywood painted black woman into. Why did we forget about you, Miss Dandridge? OG black girl magic in a business that rarely recognized you as a complex human, like you weren't Marilyn's friend and biggest inspiration, like without you there wouldn't be a her, a Cicely, an Angela, a Hallie. Miss Dandridge, I'd love to apologize. I'd love for more of my peers to know your story, to rock you on their skin forever, to rock your face on their makeup bags, on their bedroom walls, mesmerized with you like it's voodoo, to remember as our idol, if no one else is FUBU. Miss Dorothy, the soul that knew if she were white, she could capture the world. I hate that it seems to often be that way. I don't understand sometimes why you couldn't have, and Monroe did. Nevertheless, Miss Dorothy, don't worry. We will still celebrate your friend in her womanly victories, but we will acknowledge the shadows you reside in to illuminate that grief, to eliminate your bloom, to educate little black girls. They do not have to look, act, or be like white girls to take over the world, I promise. That was before Marilyn, there was Dorothy. This next piece is called Hatshepsut of Egypt, Schools Cleopatra on Her Hidden Blackness. I'll say that one more time so y'all get the gist of what this poem is about. Hatshepsut of Egypt, the first female pharaoh of Egypt, schools Cleopatra on her hidden blackness. You let them peach-skinned peasants fool you into believing you emerged from them for what reason? Did you figure your mother's mahogany wasn't primed and polished enough to birth a pharaoh? How Can you not embrace an immediate ancestor like Black Africa? Ain't tainted your blood to be stronger than cinder block, thicker in every shape and form. Girl, where you think you got them curls from? Got that nose from? Stripped you of your mitochondrial DNA from the chemical makeup. You denounced your pigmentation and then presented yourself as the human reincarnation of goddess Isis. Guess you didn't know she was black too. You baffle me, Miss Cleopatra. Miss Macedonian Greek, my left butt cheek. But on the other hand, maybe I'm being too rough on you. Maybe your drunk of a father forgot his night in Nubia that produced you. Maybe they kept her long enough to birth you and then banished the coffee-colored harlots. Maybe they hid your own history from you like people of that do to us. Could have been they told you you were just a little more tame than your cousins. Could have been that damn movie. Really carved that Greek Rosetta Stone into you. However, let me tell you, I did not become the first female pharaoh of Egypt without the memory of my mother's strength guiding me. The power of an African woman is unmatched. It's as expanding as the universe from Big Bang to this moment. Girl, you should ask your friends, ask your daddy, found your sister, then possibly you could have felt the energy of your lineage of black girl enchantment. Behold, where you descended from. I'm sorry to be so tough on your sister, but we got to for each other. Understand you had the privilege of proclaiming your beauty as woman. I had to masquerade as male for respect, fasten a beard to my chin, gain unnecessary weight just to be esteemed. And I don't know whether my mother would have been proud. I hope she is. I was very successful. The historians even say I ruled longer and more prosperous than any woman after me, and you, my little Cleo, were the last of us. I plead. Remember your history. Remember your brown side, and there'll possibly be a chance I'll forgive you. Turn my other cheek, smile, and let it slide, and you can give me 5, finally accepting your black hand side. That was Hatshepsut of Egypt, School's Cleopatra on her hidden blackness. I hope you're learning something today, class. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. This next poem is by Miss Elisha Nelson. All the other poems that you've heard are written by me. This one specifically is a substitute teacher in the classroom. And it is Sanger's Parenthood Plantation. Thank you, Kat. I see you commenting. If you didn't know, Margaret Sanger was a eugenist, and Planned Parenthood had nothing to do with helping women. It had everything to do with making a race of thoroughbreds. And you'll learn more in this poem. They tried to quiet the Negro spirituals of our hood rat bellies. Hush. This poem has periods. The last poem without periods got banned in America. Howling my skin still makes me contraband in America somewhere in this poem's womb. God is sent shaping with rib, the next Adam to dwell in the garden of evolution. But this poem has just waltzed into a clinic. Dr. Sanger has just planned a parenthood plantation full of cotton, and none of us niggers noticed we were picking it, started pulling our own triggers. I want the shot to end the bloody mess my body makes beautiful. Oh, hush. Margaret smiles as this poem bends hips, is pushed out raping. My culture never been this easy, never been so accessible. Birth control for the colored girls who keep raising these murderers, these melanin mistakes. Birth control for all the colored girls in my school who just want their periods to stop. Girl, hush. When my doctor asked me if I wanted depo, I should have asked if my skin meant my womb needed sterilization. The purpose in promoting birth control was to create a race of thoroughbreds. More children for the fit, less children for the unfit. Miss Margaret, how could you tell I was unfit? Was it the holes in my jeans? The poverty in my slang? Did you see the same thing in my mother, mama? Did they make you stop at 3 too? Section 8 in WIC for the colored girls who agreed to tie their tubes and they call it a miracle. Called the Mississippi appendectomy a conspiracy. Forgot to put it in our textbooks. Refuted a whole decade dedicated to eugenics. How well America can make magic trick of my people and call it medicine. Taught me to memorialize a murderer. taught me to love an organization birthed from bigotry, baptized in racism. Every 3 months, this poem gets its shot of genocide. Hush, honey, hush. This poem's mother is just happy she's not 9 months stupid. And her grandmother is declaring it unnatural because she has been quiet for so damn long, and this poem is gonna get banned in America, won't be allowed to speak at feminist rallies because she's just a little bit bloody, a little too bloated because she refuses to stop bleeding. That was Sanger's Parenthood Plantation, written by Ms. Kelisha Nelson. This next piece is called Your Aunt Jemima Grooves Down Peculiar Streets. Your Aunt Jemima grooves down peculiar streets with hands that can pancake police into crippling crepes of white tears. I stroll through my hood, head high, proud of my scarlet-stained apron red, puddled from the raw dark meats I saved. Child, I turned nooses to noodles. And masses mob stared in fear, stared in ignorance, stared into empty tombs while I smile, also giggle, even and whisk away on my black broom. But I's no witch. I's jungle boat and music mystic, extraordinary cook. I've gathered blondies of oppression and a pinch of black pride, a dash of Afro passion, and a little bit of my secret somethings and baked freedom lace brownies. Y'all gon' want my high, cause these hands of mine have molded the flowers of creation. I've been burned by the fires of human prejudice. I am Auntie Darky, struggle just black-faced enough to hold close. I said, she said, they say stay close, child, cause black never been on no damn rainbow. So I opens a bakery, sell stories of blackness wrapped in cellophane, sprinkle in some Jim Crow's feet to pack punch and taste so good and make you want to slap your master, because Aunt Jemima knows that you know better than at your mama. My wisdom pours out of me like my best friend Miss Butterworth, sworn and bruised, battered the body of a bottle, but it ain't sweet. Black wisdom is pain flavor, shaken in trials, stirred in tribulation. It is a medicine that heals sick souls. Your Aunt Jemima's recipes stir up white folks' emotions like the ingredients in my bowl. Make the boys in blue lay down their ironically black guns and offer us a peach hand. Offer us a Louisiana fresh jasmine plucked from the vines that once grew. All the branches offer us an apology for once. Like, damn, can we get all our rights for once? My hands are pruned, weathered, raising from the lakes, streams, rivers, eyes weighed, it has raised, I alone soothe God's trouble, raised them from raising them white. There's darkness like hope in the corner of Uncle Ben's, Sister Fran, Mama Cousin's Pandora's box. I am OG Mammy Maid. I am White Man Minstrel Show in blackface. But your mama be slick with a slave talk, so don't try me wrong. Mammy Molly's picnic was lit. No, you're not invited to the next one. Mammy Chloe ain't cooking no more. Mammy Florida's having good times on her own show. Eyes ain't in town, honey, us. And I'm mystical, goddamn magnificent, and God bless hands all away now. Waiting, resting, just for little the 4-hour children like you. Kentucky Bread Kitchen just off Peculiar Street. That was your Aunt Jemima grooves down Peculiar Street. Now we'll switch focuses. And I believe we'll just go straight, actually, to Maya Angelou. Leave some comments in the chat if you're enjoying the reading so far. I do this every Sunday, something relaxing, just poetry and jazz, specifically black voices from these black voices. This is Maya Angelou's Picking Them Up and Laying Them Down. There's a long-legged girl in San Francisco by the Golden Gate. She said she'd give me all I wanted, but I just couldn't wait. I started to picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down. and laying them down. Get into the next town, baby. There's a pretty brown in Birmingham. Boy, she's little and cute. But when she liked to tie me down, I had to grab my suit and started to picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down. Get into the next town, baby. I met that lovely Detroit lady and thought my time had come. But just before I say I do, I said I got to run and started picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down, getting to the next town, baby. There ain't no words for what I feel about a pretty face. But if I stay, I just might miss a prettier one someplace. I started picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down, picking them up and laying them down, getting to the next town, baby. This next one is called Woman Me by Maya Angelou. Woman Me, your smile delicate, rumor of peace, deafening revolutions nestle in the cleavage of your breast. Beggar kings and red-winged priests seek glory at the meetings of your thighs. A grasp of lions, a lap of lambs, your tears, jeweled, strewn in diadem, cause pharaohs to ride deep in the bosom of the Nile. Southern spars lash fest at their doors upon the night when winds of death blow your name. Bride of hurricanes, a swarm of summer winds, your laughter pealing tall above the bells of ruined cathedrals. Children reach between your teeth for charts to live their lives, a stomp of feet, a bevy of swift hands. That was Woman Me by Maya Angelou. This next one is called A Good Woman. The blues may be your life. The blues may be the life you led, or midnight hours in an empty bed. The persecuting blues I known could stalk, like tigers break like bone, bend like rope in a gallows tree, make me curse my pedigree. Bitterness thick on a rankling tongue, a psalm to love that's left unsung. Rivers heading north, but ending south. Funeral music in a going home mouth. All riddles are blues, and all blues are sad. And I'm only mentioning some blues I've had. That was A Good Woman, Feeling Bad. This one is called A Georgia Song. We swallow the odors of southern cities, fat back boiled to submission, tender evening poignancies of magnolia in the great green, smell fresh of sweat. In southern fields, the sound of distance, feet running or dancing, and the liquid notes of sorrow songs, waltz, screams, and French qualls vault over the loom of Georgia. Sing me to sleep, Savannah. Clocks run down in tarry halls, and dusty flags droop their unbearable sadness. Remember our days, Savannah. Blood-red clay, wet still with ancient wrongs and apnea. Singing her Creole airs to Macon, we long days for winter evenings and a whitened moon and the snap of controllable fires. Cry for All Souls, Augusta. We need a wind to strike sharply as the thought of love betrayed can stop the heart in absence of tactile romance. No lips offering succulence, nor eyes rolling disconnected from a Sambo face. There us, new dreams, Columbus, a cool new moon, a winter's night, calm blood, sluggish, moving only out of habit. We need peace, oh Atlanta, oh deep. In once lost city, chant for us a new song, a song of southern peace. This is called Impeccable Conception, reading from Maya Angelou's Complete. I met a lady poet who took for inspiration colored birds and whispered words, a lover's hesitation. A falling leaf could stir her, a wilting dying rose would make her write both day and night. The most rewarding prose, she'd find a hidden meaning in every pair of pants, then hurry home to be alone and write about romance. This next one is called Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to climb the sky. But a bird that stalks down this narrow cage can seldom see through his bears of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. In his tune it is heard on that distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, the trade wind soft through the siding trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadows shout on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill and of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. I believe that is probably one of the most known Maya Angelou pieces. And so this next one, lost my place. Okay, there we go. This next piece is called Ain't That Bad. Dancing the funky chicken, eating ribs and tips, digging all the latest sounds and drinking gin in sips, putting down that do-rag, tightening up my fro, wrapping up in blackness, don't I shine and glow, hearing Stevie Wonder, cooking beans and rice, going to the opera, checking out the price, getting down Jesse Jackson, dance on Alvin Ailey, talk Miss Barbara Jordan, groove Miss Pearlie Bailey. Now ain't they bad? Ain't they black? Ain't they black, ain't they bad, ain't they bad, ain't they black, ain't they fine? Black, like the hour of night, when your love turns and wriggles close to your side. Black as the earth, which has given birth to nations, and when all else is gone abide. Bad as the storm that leaps from the heavens, bringing the welcome and rain. Bad as the sun burning orange, hot at midday, lifting the waters again. Arthur Ashe on the tennis court, Muhammad Ali in the ring, Andre Watts and Andrew Young, black men doing they thing, dressing in purples and pinks and greens, exotic as rum and cokes. With flash and style, aren't we colorful? Now ain't we bad? Ain't we black? Ain't we black? Ain't we bad? Ain't we bad? Ain't we black? Ain't we fine? This next one is called Life Doesn't Frighten Me. Shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Bad dogs barking loud, big ghosts in a cloud. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Mean old Mother Goose, lions on the loose, they don't frighten me at all. Dragons breathing flame on my counterplane, that doesn't frighten me at all. I go boo, make them shoo, I make fun, way they run. I won't cry, so they fly, I just smile, they go wild. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Tough guys in a fight, all alone at night. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Panthers in the park, strangers in the dark. No, They don't frighten me at all. That new classroom where boys all pull my hair, kissy little girls witching their hairs and curls, don't frighten me at all. Don't show me frogs and snakes and listen for my scream. If I'm afraid at all, it's only in my dreams. I've got a magic charm that I keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all, not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all. I feel like that is like a really good piece for to like contemplate and possibly like pull into your own kind of levels of affirmations. Now, in my mind, there's another book I wanted to read from. I wonder if it is here. It is. Okay, so this one is by M. Nick Powell, another Black woman author, and we'll end off today with a few poems from her book that is called Threesome and the Last Toyota Celiac and Other Circus Tricks. This is one of those books that, so I bought, obviously with these books I wrote them. This one I bought off of Amazon. This one is one of those books that I found in those free libraries, and so super neat things. But okay, let us go. There was, I forgot to put in my notebook mark so I can tell you where we're going to start today. Let us do then Adiagio. This one. It's true. I restrained myself from getting on my knees and lapping the spilt wine from the floor after you left a pathetic cross to bear. My body, wearing the burden of proof, my desire, asked for a language that existed beyond itself. A Creole coming crystallized in a bloom of ash, then a new alphabet convexed in cinder, my tongue all covered in soot. Will you marvel at this new grease between my teeth, at my regal undressing? Baptismal lap dance in the land of the living. It's true, most dying things die without ever knowing the theft of wild heat, a sacrilege of building a god in the womb, the making of a body in a garland of rose, dust, and magnolia glitter. I'm saying I am most lonely when I remember its taking. I'm saying a window is an entrance and an exit, and neither at once. That winter is the first and last season of the year, that I loved you before you left, and after that I waited, made the jasmine rice soaked in coconut milk, the lemongrass tea sweetened with nectar, the appointment with the psychiatrist in New Haven, sorted an arrangement of blood-wet rubies, sharp shined and contorted to the odd shapes in my hand, wore them and caught on fire, smoldered, magnified, nursed the hurt in a gilded coffin and felt no better. I'm saying you hurt me. I'm saying there's a version of this story in which you are the villain. That was called Adiago by M. Nick Powell. Okay. This one's called Self-Portrait as Fat Medusa in Conversation with Poseidon's Wife. I fuck with this lady heavy, y'all. Like, I fuck with her writing style a lot. Okay. Lair where I was laid and parsed, bent to an ominous glow, garden-esque, the meaner leaves dripped with a white gold ceiling rod, rust and stain removed from the campus carpet still, my scent, my patchouli and cumin, tarragon and orange blossom, odor of woman and girl, a serpent, an onyx is bound to my throat as a choker, a single snake braiding down my back, and you, yellow gorgon, sister by another name, an awful shade of green. Perhaps I am offering you for you to touch the snake, its split tongue across my fingertips. Or perhaps the snake is trying to touch you, to ask you, what do you do in your powerlessness, Amphrite? Amphrite, do you know that if not for the knife, I could be less brick, less amber, less edge of a precipice? Do you know at times it is your white knuckle in my memory, your hair falling around my face? You are not a forgivable God, yet what I remember most is your familiar shudder when I confessed he called me baby love before the silver flash, how you turned your face to the ground as I described the scent of his skin. That one, you possibly have to come back and watch the replay on TikTok. I put the replays on YouTube and listen to it again. This one is called Kill Your Rapist. I consent to the start I consent to start the story with smoke spitting out of the red requested mouth of a gun. His corpse, instead of mine, slammed to the cold concrete. I could only call for my mother, who once scuffled 3 sleeping children from bed into a violent morning concussed. I will not criminalize myself for reenacting the violence enacted on my body, for a rageful penetration, a windpipe pulverized by a man-made thing, my glittering bullet gliding through the city's rife air, or his fist, hired by a father and a father and a farther history of burglary bounty for between alleys stacked with shadows while I begged to let my hibiscus in lonely, without want, empty, and bejeweled, and beloved enough to be spared in ancient wrath of vengeance for perceived vanity, of vagrancy, of vacancy, of my mind, of my own kind of ruthless heartache. I do not want to be martyred. I want to be kissed between the legs and called Oshun. I want other worlds for golds in other worlds in which I am tethered by braids, by wilds, my brother's kept and keeper. I consider all of the things a resurrection. This one I'm very interested in reading aloud. Actually, okay, here. This one's called Black Girl Archive. Object 14, photographic, phantasmic. A promise of black turn tournament. In the blush blue courtyard, the photograph itself is hushed over. Silk screen of television static, the year is the year they love most. Gold bamboo earrings, opal fragrance, kiwi melon lip gloss, beauty supplies, chocolates with wire and beaded rose. Today's contest, ass throwing. The prize, praise from the promise. Look at Nalia's back. See arched almost to contralto. Jalil's jerking her hips forward. Heaven, now dead. Whipping her hair. Dagger neck bone. Leather slip of sweat cruising her jawline. Light beam from her father's Jesus piece forming a triangle with the relentless shade of sun. That was Black Girl Archive, Object 14. And this book is called Threesome and the Last Toyota Celiac and Other Circus Tricks by reads more so like a autobiography written in poem almost. Somewhat. Okay, this one's called Apologia. We'll do 2 more pieces and then I'll see you guys at the next live. Forgive me first for dragging the brick across your teeth, for my cunt canaris, for the times I should have showed up. I'm sorry in a desperate way and desperate to prove you wrong. Look at this light scar of my mother's groan dancing beneath water. This traditional shipwreck of fathers, forgive me for calling you by your father's name. By the constriction of my throat, it only took 2 sucker punches to my teenage jaw before I learned to keep the obsessive counting quiet. Would you have forgiven my my inelegant bare meters of pleasure, for training myself in the art of not touching after we fuck. Forgive me for the moment I took to recognize your gentle reach in the doorway, your apology for years of selfishness. In an August orange, forgive me for the first time in your attic bedroom, both of us boundless, embarked in a city light and smoke, terrified of our want and alive without metaphor. I was soundless when you lingered on the kiss, an infinite warm, and soundless when you cupped your hand over my mouth, soundless and sorry in a desperate way, and desperate to prove I was sorry. I was sorry in a desperate way, and desperate to prove I was sorry. I am sorry, and I am here, and I'm still lonely, and I'm still lonely, and you are still lonely, waiting at the end of the sill of the world, my magnolia, my marigold, my marble, my monster, my honest misuse of a good, good thing. This last one. It's called Thesis. Rock the Boat is a song about strapping, if for no other reason than my own selfish, my own selfish association. Van Dyke combing their room in the lights. Aphrodite stage. A song played just for me, smooth synthesizer, silicone slick and splayed across their waists, thirst for synthetic champagne, sweat and strawberry for the wet for the wave. Stroke before sliding inside. This is not a synonym or unsubstantiated sapphic lust. It's a matter of fact of phallic absence. A catamaran of femmes pushing their pelvic bones together, gaped and scissoring against an amethyst sky, tender as the morning ushered out the room. This lover, my love, our acrobatics suspending us above the yarrow and honeysuckle, the song of their name, a sweet plea, a salacious sacrament, a swell before softening, saturated, satiated, swimming and coming closer, a proverbial appetite, an incessant kaleidoscope brain. Last, yeah. I don't want to make these lives too long, y'all. Okay. Cat, only because you said that, I'll do literally one more. It's supposed to be 45 minutes, but it's okay. I got some time. Okay. This one's called Impulsive. Means by the body. Again by M. McPowell. Actually, here, we'll do these two. Black Girl Archive, Object 33, Universe, and then Impulsive by me. So this is the Black Girl Archive, Object 33, Universe. I'm made of my bones and earth for you. Turn the oceans your favorite shade of light, that deepen nearly bruised, dusk, reflecting in my palms. What I've made into water glows amethyst. When you drink from it, you are iridescent, luminous, lilting. I am metallic, meticulous in the way I pronounce your full name. Watch you, watch the world. I've quieted galaxies for this moment. Hushed the moral pleading, called the caged animal in from the ark today, tomorrow, world without an end, to love you much, and yet to love you more, to want to hold your body to mine as midnight settles in the jasmine. By the light of our stars, make water for tea gathered from the garden, read from Lord in the living room, dance to Whitney in the hall, lie with our legs laced together in our bedcloths, and watch quietly, knowingly, for her mother's sweeping, predictable fall. By the body. Here's an addendum for my consequential orgasm. Rage and blue contusion. Mercy and chocolate leather lace, lime green tongue kiss in the Lambo, and the clavicle snap. And that night in '09 and beyond and before, and because I was a girl and girled by the thing I loved, its static arching desire, its lavish want combed in amber, watching them. Let me watch as I beg for wine, for the wall to become something softer, my shadow, a release of red monarchs instead. Indeed, I needed to forgive my father in order to forgive Chris and Donnie and Miguel and Castillo for the red of their palms, their minor intrusion, their barks toward the moon, their inability to find the clitoris or the decency to look me in the eyes as they came, sure. I am one cheap trick away from the chandelier. One good last grind against the pole, pulsing with feedback. My cunt cut straight out of your wettest dreams, rolled skin and skin soaked in nearly marshmallow. My mouth, a brutal cinnamon, scarred by the sharpest nails like most teenage dream girls. I first wanted to be loved, then to be wanted, and I wanted to learn what to call the body, what I wish done to mine, to say, to see. To see a fist can be a tender thing too, a thing that can go by. All right, y'all. I will say that maybe we'll do just because I like ending a more positive, quote unquote, no. Not to say positive, but that's kind of some heavy reading right there. And so let me see if I can yank out a nice ending piece. Unfortunately, in this book, ain't that many happy pieces. Let's see. I think, okay, yeah, we'll do Black Liberation. Okay, this is from my second book. This is my country, and I know this speaks my heart, so we can say it out loud while we keep all these books in front of us. And, okay. And then we'll turn this off actually too, because I gotta sing. We're gonna free our brothers. We're gonna free our brothers. We're gonna save our sisters. We're gonna love our neighbors. Then we're gonna jump and shout the Black Liberation Day, yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna sing and shout the right understanding Day, yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna jump and shout the Black understanding Day, yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna sing and shout that it takes a village. We are the people who planted the phenomena of peace, lifted the veil of oppression, kissed death on its big black lips and gave breath to beauty. Our land speaks in metaphor. It, lion, roars louder than banshee, speaks in simile like an earthquake birthed a new nation. One knee did not bring up this black child alone. We are the kids alley robberies and turn them into folk tales and scripted in gold. Palm and gold tea shine brighter than too much hair grease. He didn't fall in their waters. He was an alligator boy to white business bully, stuck his claws in the roots and scaled to dry land, scaled to be free. He is unashamed of all the soil under his nails. Should he be? Should he be when the streets clap back loud with death? We didn't cower. We aren't cowards. We dance into an Afro future, turn bullets into moves, I say, to your clacks when they taught us to hate this struggle, taught us to hate this nappy kink, taught us to hate this black like dirt. We taught them that dirt grows gorgeous, not strange fruit, that the popular trees aren't popular no more. Go ahead and uproot our gardens of culture as if we won't go eat in anywhere you place us like refugee. We are not ashamed of all the soil under our nails. Should we be? When you walk into my West African village, you'll see children chasing virtuous glee, their footballs flying, dancing on their toes to the rhythm of their hearts. Our people turn chaotic corruptions to calm patriotic. We serve our fatherland with peace and unity. My Nigerian heritage taught me through the perils of tough love punishments and melodramatic monologue like lectures to respect my elders, fight back when disrespected, faith and strength in numbers, though be able to root in your tree that grows that gorgeous virtuous glee. I am not ashamed of all the soil under my nails. Should I be? Should I sing Black Liberation Day? All right. Thank you all who tuned in to Poetry Hour with Black voices, and soft jazz. I will be for sure better prepared next time with enough poems to fit 45 minutes. I almost thought I did had that for a second. But yes, if you haven't already, send some likes, follow me, subscribe. I do 3 weekly lives, Poetry Hour on Sundays. Wednesday is my Goddess Grove home concerts where I give you a full concert from my bedroom. And I also do writer's block where I showcase writing my next project live. And so 3 beats, 6 beats, 10 minutes to each beat. And we get to see the writing process in real life. Otherwise, that was an outro for the ages. Cat, we're working on it. I'm working on my outro. I'm working on my outro. One of these times, nigga, I'm gonna have one that rhymes. Like, let me really get this shit down. That the motherfucker gonna rhyme, nigga. What? But otherwise, I appreciate you guys. Tap in with me. I do a lot of cool things. My lore is super duper deep with OG. And I'll see you guys next time and play some music to end out.